Hello and welcome back to CES 2011. The show's in its final stages now, and as you can see, Dominic and Simon have had to go back to the UK, which leaves me here holding down the fort on the What Hi-Fi sofa. If there are three key themes at this year's show, it has to be 3D TV, IPTV and tablets. And one company that's involved in all three areas is Panasonic. And here to talk us through the company's announcements is Andrew Denham. Andrew, welcome.
Morning, Tom.
I'll see you.
Hi.
Now, if we start with 3D, one thing that I found really interesting this year is that, I mean, in the past, Panasonic has obviously very much pushed plasma as the technology of choice for 3D. But this year, we've seen an announcement of 3D LCDs from Panasonic. Can you tell us sort of what the reasoning is behind that?
Yeah, absolutely. We still believe 100% that for large screen plasma and Panasonic Neoplasma's the de facto best solution. But as we expand the lineup into the smaller screen sizes, clearly we need to move into other display technologies. So utilising our own panel technology for IPS alpha combined with LED backlighting, we've developed a lineup of 3D LED models for 2011.
Is there a thought that we've often wondered how effective 3D will be when you get below sort of 42 inches? I mean, is there a thought that, I mean, I know one of the things that was mentioned around the Panasonic stand was that these would possibly appeal especially to a gaming audience. Is that?
I think that's a fair point. Obviously gaming market's important, but also still in the UK, the dominant screen size has been historically 32 inch. It is migrating up towards 42 and clearly into 50 inch, but recognising consumer purchase habit, we need to meet the requirements of the market.
Okay, and the other big thing, I think, well, one of the other big things for you guys is a change in your IPTV service. We had Vive Cast, we've now got Vive Connect. So if you could just tell us what that change signifies?
Yes, it's really making a move towards an apps-based solution within a Viera closed wall garden environment. So when we launched Vive Cast, it was all about ensuring that the TV experience of IPTV was a reliable one and consistency of content delivery to the screen. So running our own local servers, managing the expectation of the service in a controlled fashion was something we believe passionately about. That remains, but we're expanding out and opening up the SDK to developers, but still all apps will need to be approved for the platform to ensure we hit a minimum quality level that gives the right experience for the consumer. Is
it fair to say that a lot of this comes from seeing the success of the way Apple's done a lot of things in terms of the iPhone and now with its Mac store, that it's sort of opening things out so that you can get more content on there, I guess?
It's a recognition of where we're up to with IP and the infrastructure for IP globally and of course in the UK market. So it's getting the timing right to understand when we can deliver on a large screen a good experience, a great experience for the consumer with flexibility and ease of use sort of at the forefront of what we're doing.
And that leads us on to tablets, because it seems one thing that Panasonic's doing slightly different with its tablets is they're going to be more closely linked to the television experience. Yes. Is that correct? So they have the same sort of Vive Connect store, is that right?
That's right. So you can look at it as an extension of your television viewing in the home, and clearly you can take it out of home as well. But see it as an extension of personalising TV viewing within the family environment. So if two members of the family have got their own tablet plus the main screen, they can be looking at additional content on the tablet whilst the family's viewing a main movie. So they can be pulling in extra content. They can be looking at alternative angles simultaneously. They can be pushing whichever video they want onto the main screen when they want to, and it'll be an interesting change of culture. Instead of fighting over the remote control, you'll be fighting over ownership of who's pushing what to the TV screen. So I think it's going to be quite an exciting transition.
And there are different sizes. I think
there are. I mean, at this stage, they're all prototype proof of concept designs. But yeah, there are three sizes: a 4, 7, and a 10-inch proposal. And at the moment, we're still looking at when and how we expand that out into products for sale.
Brilliant. Well, thanks very much for joining us. And that's just about it from CES 2011. Panasonic's not the only company that hasn't announced model numbers and pricing for the UK yet. We're expecting those to be announced by all manufacturers over the next few weeks. And of course, we'll be the first with the news. So keep your browser tuned to whathifi.com.